So this is the three types of views on HANA. Before going to SAP offerings, I want to just reiterate what we have done. HANA is it's a database, but always you need a front end to support your database. So never think HANA can be a standalone system. You have to club it with any of the tools to showcase the strength of HANA. Second thing is, these days people are very much confused with coming of HANA, how my role changes or how the SAP roadmap changes. ABAP still stays, all the function modules still stays. SAP is just trying to replace Oracle with HANA. And again, what type of languages, as we have seen, there are views that needs to be created on HANA. You can always create those views either through UI mode, which is drag and drop, or else you can write SQL scripting, which is very similar to MySQL, PLSQL. So guy who is currently in Oracle scripting, he can be very well transition to SAP HANA. So now comes the offering. What exactly SAP HANA can offer to all the people? First of all is side-by-side scenarios. Side-by-side scenarios is very initial scenarios which SAP came up with. They already had a set of frame of mind that we should not disturb the current landscape. So SAP told customers as a value proposition, just add SAP HANA system parallel to Oracle, replicate it and read from HANA, and all your processing still takes place in Oracle itself. So the customer said very willingly, okay, let's go for it, because the current infrastructure was intact. Hence, these side-by-side scenarios came into picture. First was HANA Platform Data Mart. Data Mart was nothing but put all your tables in HANA, and whatever you want to consume it via, wherever you are reading via Excel or something, you can just consume it. Then was HANA Apps. Again, you can take it back to a SAP Business Suite, or else you can consume it via any apps. HANA Accelerators was like Copa Accelerator, FI Accelerator. These are few accelerators which SAP offers, which can speed up your month-end processes. So these is like you always push. There are only 4 tables which you require to push for Copa Accelerator: C1, 2, 3, 4, and your cost center. So this is 4 tables. Out of these 4 tables, once you push, you have all your structures in HANA, and you can read with the same T codes, with the existing T codes, all your Copa transactions you can. And then was Cloud on HANA, which is nothing but SuccessFactors and your on-demand, and Business One Analytics on SAP HANA. So these were sidecar approaches which SAP came up with for speeding up your current processes. Then SAP, with the future innovations, went ahead with something like Business Warehouse powered by SAP HANA, or Business Suite on HANA. That is SOH, which you call in short. So what SAP tried to do here is, it replaced the Oracle DB with SAP HANA DB. So you get the maximum insert, and all the insert, update, as well as delete and select was happening directly on HANA. So nowhere in the system was Oracle involved. And then you have something like Business Suite on HANA, and then you have HANA Apps. HANA Apps is nothing, but if you write your SQL scripting on HANA and you have Access Server inside HANA itself, which exposes the OData, and you can consume it via UI5 or any of the tool. Or currently everyone must have heard it's a Fury. So you can again consume all your development on HANA via Fury or your UI5. UI5 is just web. It is HTML5 short form. SAP uses as SAP UI5. So project flow, SAP HANA, how a project flows, because currently people or the customers, everyone is confused that how can we do the scoping or the design, and how we can change. Because so anyway, scoping has to be around architecture. First you understand the current landscape of a customer, then go ahead with their pain points, then find a solution around it. Data layer, you might have multiple data layers like data store, data cubes, ETL processes. These all how you will cater once HANA comes into picture. Then is your metadata, business rules or report elements, all are there. And the reporting. Currently, you might be using a ClickDeck or your Bex Analyzer or any of those things, Bex reporting at the front end of Bobjet. So how those changes? And then design, architecture. Architecture here is very important because obviously here you study about the cost. So cost is the licensing model, what type of licensing is required, how much data are you pushing to HANA. I'll tell you again a real life case. We have a customer who wanted his entire BW landscape to be pushed to SAP HANA, but the cost was very high. Then we gave him a proposition that you can use Sybase NLS, nearline storage. What it does is you can have all the, whatever your business requirement, which the year like 2011 and 12 we are not using frequently. So you can always push that to Sybase NLS storage, and on the reporting layer you can consume parallelly from HANA as well as Sybase. That there will be a performance hit, but obviously you'll get cost saving on front of HANA. So that is one of the solution which was offered to a customer. So that's why your data size really does matter, because all your cost is around that. How much data are you pushing to HANA? Second is data and metadata. Let me bring it here. Currently, everyone must have heard like ABAP 7.4 has been released. ABAP 7.4 is a ABAP code optimized for HANA. So SAP gives you a standard optimization for HANA if you want to move. But if you have a custom course, obviously you have to work on your ABAP optimization, or else the optimization might not be as expected. That is one thing. And then reporting. Currently, you might be having ad hoc reporting, all types of reporting, but yeah, you might be having a staging layer, which you can get rid of because you are dealing directly out of HANA. So you don't need some aggregation around it. Hence, the staging layer you can get rid of. You might be doing some slice and dice on the reports, lots of things on the report. Let's bring one report for each, or you can say a big, huge report which can read directly out of HANA, and you get one single report, which is very optimal enough for your business. And then change management, how your IT and systems will change, what are the skill set the end user have to develop, and what is the approach. So this is a change management. First of all, IT and system, if you see, there the TCO count from the infrastructure perspective will reduce a lot, because you have only SAP HANA and you don't have application layer in between. End users, obviously end users will not feel any change in their day-to-day activities, but HANA bases have to be very fine-tuned as per the performance and the upgrade process they should be aware of, and the approach, how you approach it. It can be a phase-by-phase migration or a one-shot migration. And project consideration is administration, business processes, solution, data. I think these are the few project considerations you have to really take care of before doing SAP HANA project. Then there was some cloud offerings by SAP HANA. So if you see, software as a service is SuccessFactors or On Demand, which is on SAP HANA Cloud. SuccessFactors is a cloud solution around HANA. Then you have platform as a service. Instead of getting your infrastructure, SAP HANA box in premise, you can always have your HANA box on cloud. And for big companies, we have something like infrastructure on cloud or enterprise on cloud, where they can have disaster recovery and high availability all on cloud. So these are the HANA offerings on cloud. As you can see, the business scenario, the IDC report says 40% managers require more than 2 days to prepare financial data. So this is a business scenario very apt for HANA. The problem statement is we have a lot of system, we have multiple data plays in multiple systems. That is one. And we have OLAP and OLTP as separate systems. These are the two bottlenecks for such a problem. And both the bottlenecks, if you see, SAP HANA is the solution for both, because as I already talked, OLAP and OLTP system becomes one, and your HANA can cater to multiple databases. You have Oracle, you have planning DB different, you have predictive different, can be kept to one as SAP HANA. Then let me take a use case for BW on HANA. What was the problem and what HANA has resolved? I think everyone is aware of SAP BW, which is a data warehouse, and it is used for more of a reporting purposes on OLAP, analytical and reporting. And SAP BW